Hello dear students, welcome to science class, and today we learn about chapter 8 motion. You already know about motion. In class 7 you learn it. Different types of motion you know: straight line motion, circular motion, curvilinear motion. And when an object is in motion, there is a describing need, and for the description of motion we need a point that is known as origin or reference point. And also you know about distance, that is the path length traveled by an object is called distance, and displacement, which is the shortest distance covered by an object or between 2 points, is called displacement. And also you know that what are the differences between distance and displacement. Now we'll learn about uniform and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion means when the speed of an object remains same or constant throughout the path. And non-uniform motion means the speed of an object not remain constant. That is called non-uniform motion. So the bus, train that travel while it stops in different railway station, so it is not possible to maintain the same speed throughout the path. So these vehicles are in non-uniform motion. Next you go this paragraph. Different objects may take different amount of time to cover a given distance. Some of them move fast and some move slowly. The rate at which objects move can be different. Also, different objects can move at the same rate. One of the ways of measuring the rate of motion of an object is to find out the distance travelled by the object in unit time. And this quantity is called speed. So, what is speed? Speed is the distance travelled by an object in unit time. SI unit of speed it means meter per second or meter second inverse. And it is also another unit have that is centimeter per second in CGS system and kilometer per hour. To specify the speed of an object, we require only its magnitude. The speed of an object need not to be constant. In most cases, objects will be in non-uniform motion. Therefore, we describe the rate of motion of such object in terms of their average speed. And you know in class 7 you have read average speed is equal to total distance covered by total time taken. That is, average speed equals to total distance traveled by divided by total time taken. So if the distance covered by an object is described by x or represented by s in time t, then speed v is s by t. Let us consider this by an example. Suppose a car travels a distance 100 km in 2 hours. So its average speed is 50 km per hour. And the car might have not traveled at 50 km per hour all the time. Sometimes it may have traveled faster, sometimes slower than this. Now, there is an example which make you easier to understand. Suppose an object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds, then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. So, what is the average speed? So, here we will calculate the total distance, that is 16 plus 16 is equal to 32. Then total time, that is 4 seconds, and plus 2 seconds, that is 6 seconds. So, 32 by 6 is the average speed in meter per second. So it about 5.33 meter per second. Next, when speed is expressed with direction, the rate of motion of an object can be more comprehensive if we specify its direction of motion along with its speed. And the quantity that specifies both these aspects is called velocity. So when speed is expressed with direction, then that very quantity is known as velocity. That means velocity has both magnitude and direction. Like speed, velocity of an object can be uniform or variable. It can be changeable by changing the object speed, direction or motion or both. So if the magnitude or the direction is changed, then velocity also changes. So when an object is moving along a straight line at a variable speed, we can say its magnitude of its rate of motion in terms of the average velocity. That means in straight line means direction remains same. So only the magnitude is changing. So here is also we can say a non-uniform velocity. In that very case, we find out average velocity like that of the average speed. And it is calculated in the same way we calculate average speed. In the case the velocity of an object is changing in a uniform rate, then average velocity is given by the arithmetic mean of the initial velocity and final velocity. And you know arithmetic mean means addition by and divided by 2, that is initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. So if initial velocity is represented by u and final velocity by v, then average velocity is v plus u by 2. Sorry. Then average velocity is v plus u by 2. Here also same in it, that is meter per second. There is an activity that you have to do. Activity 8.6, measure the time it takes you to walk from your house to your bus stop or the school. If you consider that your average walking speed is 4 km per hour, estimate the distance of the bus stop or school from your house. So for this you have to measure the time and speed is given, and if you multiply speed and time you will get the distance. Next, activity 8.7, at a time when it is cloudy, there may be frequent thunder and lightning. The sound of thunder takes some time to reach you after you see the lightning. Can you answer why this happened? Because you know the speed of the sound is much less than that of the light. Measure the time interval using the digital wristwatch or stopwatch and calculate the distance of the nearest point of lightning. That can be done, and we can use the formula v is equal to s by t. We can find out whatever we want, that is the distance of the nearest point of light. Next question, we will discuss this one later. Now we will see another example 8.2. The odometer of a car reads 2000 km at a start of a trip and 2400 km at the end of a trip. If the trip took 8 hours, calculate the average speed in km per hour and meter per second. So the distance covered by the car is the difference, that is 2400 minus 2000, that is 400 km. And time is given 8 hours, therefore average speed is 400 by 8, that is 50 km per hour. Now to convert, change kilometer into meter and hour into second. So that is 180 by 60, so it become 1000 by 100, 3600 second. So it become 13.9 meter per second. Next example 8.3, Usha swims in a 90 meter long pool. She covers 100 meter in 1 minute by swimming from one end to another end and back along the same straight path. Find the average speed and average velocity of Usha. So the total distance covered in 1 minute is 180. Displacement of Usha is 1 minute is equal in, this is 0 meter. Therefore average speed, that is the total distance covered, 180 meter by 1 minute means 180 by 60, that is 3 meter per second. And average velocity is 0 because displacement is 0, and because the initial and final position is same and turn back to the same point, so displacement 0, therefore average velocity also 0. So from this example we have seen that average speed may be, there is a value, but average velocity may be 0, but average speed cannot be 0.